Because I've been astral projecting for quite some time, one of the things that people will ask me is, where is the coolest place you have ever projected to? And to me, this is an interesting question. Of course, I have shared my experiences with you on this channel, and it's been quite a bit of experiences that I've shared. But because this new series, by the way, this is episode 4 in this series, because I have focused this new series on empowerment and specifically your empowerment, what I wanted to do is I wanted to take this time to ask you where you want to go. Perhaps you simply want to fly above the clouds or through them. Perhaps you'd like to glide above the ocean or submerge yourself deep into its depths. Maybe you want to explore space and visit the planets in our solar system and beyond, maybe. Or perhaps you want to visit different galaxies. You want to see a black hole. Or perhaps you want to go back through time to the beginning to see if there really truly was a Big Bang. Maybe you simply want to stay here and you want to visit other countries, places that you've never seen before. Perhaps you want to observe alien civilizations or even connect with alien civilizations. It's so important, I think, to form this intent in your mind before you leave. Perhaps to take a moment and just daydream about what exactly you want to see. I think this can truly assist you in the process of leaving your body, because in a sense, I think it's showing you that you have faith and you believe in this, that you believe that astral projection is possible. And that is a big part of, I think, being able to actually accomplish it, to be able to actually leave your body. Now, I don't want to leave out, by the way, because one of the things that I have been talking about lately with you, especially in this series, is that I want to get away from defining experiences so much. I know that it is obviously helpful for me to say this was an astral projection experience, this was a beyond body experience, so you kind of understand what's going on. But I think for me, the important thing is to also put in other kinds of experiences to this, because I don't normally do that. I mean, I talk about beyond body a lot. I talk about astral projection. I don't put in a lot about lucid dreaming. Now, I'm not an expert on lucid dreaming, but there are people on this channel that are quite well versed in lucid dreaming, and I would defer to them. I'm certain that they will come out and give their thoughts on it. For me, lucid dreaming has always come naturally. I did it when I was very young, and I didn't even realize that it had a name. I didn't realize that the name of it was lucid dreaming. For me, it was simply taking control of my dreams and thinking to myself, well, they're my dreams. It's in my mind. Why can't I control them? Why can't I make things happen? And through that, I really began to take control. But I found out later on, especially when I think I told my mom once when I was little, and my mom just kind of looked at me and she said, really, you can control your dreams? I said, yeah, well, it's my dream. I can do it. Once I discovered that this is a whole thing, lucid dreaming is a whole thing, Now it's like I look back on it and I think, wow, was lucid dreaming sort of a bridge to astral projection? And I've heard this whole thing about there being, I don't know, I guess you could imagine a kind of a bridge that you could use lucid dreaming as a bridge to go into astral projection. And if it is a bridge, then you can probably use that bridge to come back to being in lucid dreaming. And perhaps all of these experiences, all of these things that we can do, there are bridges to be able to go from one to the other. It's kind of amazing. But for this, I really, truly, I want you to sit down on your bed, close your eyes, or if you'd like to lie down, you can do that as well. And I just want you to consider the things that you want to do without limits. No limits. Don't place any limits on it because there are no limits. You can go anywhere you want. Now think about where you want to go. What things do you want to see? The only thing I would kind of add to this is I want you to consider, in my last episode, I connected with Saturn. Now, in my mind, I simply wanted to see Saturn. I wanted to just be in the rings, see the planet, and observe it. But it's interesting. My guides, they find ways to throw lessons in regardless of what I want to do. If I just want to see a planet, I'm thinking, I just want to see this planet. My guides come in and say, okay, well, we'll let you see it, but we're also going to give you a lesson. So with this and this latest experience I've had, the lesson I've learned is why just go to see something when you can connect with it on a deeper level? It's something that I don't really think much about. And certainly there are people listening to the sound of my voice now that have thought about these things. They've read about them and they've considered these things. But for me, to actually experience connecting with Saturn, to actually touch it with my spirit being is an amazing, amazing thing. And it is still with me inside this thing. So I think that's why I'm taking a moment now to share this with you and to say, hey, instead of just thinking that you want to go to the edge of the galaxy and take a look at it, because that's something I'd love to do too. I'd love to go to the edge of the Milky Way galaxy and just see it from a distance. Why not think about connecting energetically with the Milky Way galaxy? Because it is alive. All of these things I'm learning, the planets, galaxies, this universe, they're all living beings. And why not, if you're going to see it, why not connect to it on a whole nother level? As I said, when I connected with Saturn, I just had this sense of joy. It was so wonderful, guys. It was a beautiful experience. So I would ask that you consider this as you form your intent on where you want to go. And to me, this is a step in the process of actually leaving your body, is sitting down and imagining where you'd like to go, what you'd like to see, where you'd like to visit before actually getting out there. Think about it, guys. Just take a moment and think about it. Anyway, this is a short episode. Thank you so much for coming on another journey with me. And until next time, take care.